Hey guys, Junior from Oma Auto Detailing, and today we're going to talk about interior detailing. So we're going to start with the who on the interior. Who are the type of people that end up getting interior work? Now there's two different subcategories. There's your basic interior, which usually just includes like a vacuum, a wipe down, glass cleaning, and a little air freshening on the inside to kind of just keep the car looking nice and decent. Those type of people generally is almost everybody. I've almost 90 to 100% of my clients usually get the interior, especially if they're doing the outside or vice versa. They usually want to do both. That way the car overall ends up being clean for them for when they first get in there. Then the second subcategory is shampoos and extractions. I found that personally about 50% of people or clients, maybe 60%, are the types that tend to get the shampoos or extractions, which generally tend to be family vehicles, fleet contract jobs, dealerships, someone trying to get rid of some type of stain, spot, or spill, or some type of stench that they recently just got in the vehicle and they really want to get rid of it. So right here we have everything in front of us we need to do our detail job. Over here we have a Greenworks drill brush that we've attached with a brush attachment. Then next to it we have our knee pads so we can bend down, microfiber towels, and a back brace so we can protect our back when we bend down back and forth. Then over here we have our Hart 6-gallon 3-in-1 shampoo with our shampoo attachment. We have an extension cord so we can attach to the vacuum. Some detail brushes that we're going to use. A windshield glass cleaner. Our Oxy carpet and upholstery. Kids and pets stain remover. Our Zumi spray. All-purpose cleaner, and vinyl and rubber cleaner conditioner. Next, we're going to cover the where and why on interior detailing. Where we're going to do all these techniques and all these tricks, and what are we going to use in this job on my own personal vehicle. Why? My personal vehicle, I have a 2006 Ford Freestar, which is a minivan that I use as my rig to go do detail jobs. The reason why my vehicle is a perfect candidate, number one, my car needs it. Number two, my vehicle has a lot of different issues and imperfections and things that can be worked on that vehicle. So honestly, my vehicle is a perfect candidate for paint touch-up, paint correction, how to wash, how to decontaminate, how to do interior work, shampoo, you name it. So you're going to be seeing a lot of my vehicle throughout the course or the videos that I produce. That way you can kind of see what I'm going to be doing to help clean and get rid of some of those issues. That way you can also use those techniques on your vehicle and so on and so forth. The reason why my vehicle is also a great candidate is because that way I can kind of do a good job and take my time with these vehicles to kind of show you the process. So what steps are we going to take to do an interior job? We're going to start first off with a vacuum. Then we're going to do the interior glass, interior vinyl, shampoo extraction, and then the ozone treatment if necessary. Reason I put interior glass number 2 instead of putting it more on number 4 and number 5 is because sometimes, at least in my personal experience, when you're doing a hard deep job on an interior, your body tends to start getting a little bit worn out and tired, and it's kind of hard to reach the windshield when you're trying to wipe them down. So that's why I kind of put it on the first or second step. That way, when you're fresh and starting out on the interior, you can get those little details done first, and then continue on to the rest. There's no specific steps. There's no instruction on which things you should do first or last. It doesn't matter as long as you find your own method and your own way of doing so. So now let's move on to the job itself, and I'm going to show you what vehicle are we using. You guys see where, as it was the client's car, you evaluate the mess and what you're gonna have to end up doing. And you also see where over here people have left, or the client has left, bottles, charging wires, and so on and so forth. Just personal materials that they did not take out for prior to coming to do the job. So they have a bunch of materials, which means you're gonna have to take the stuff out yourself. And then as you take out the stuff, you could do an upcharge for situations like that. All depends on what you want to charge for their having to take out their materials before you even get started on the job itself. But pretty much in this vehicle, we're gonna end up vacuuming, then we're gonna end up shampooing, doing the glass, and cleaning and protecting the vinyl of this vehicle. So when working on an interior job, one of the first things you generally do is you take out the floor mats out of the vehicle so you can clean them, spray them down. Then afterwards, you vacuum the seams and in between the cushions of the upholstery. Afterwards, you wipe down and clean up the vinyl and dashboard. Make sure that when you do so, you also clean in between the nooks and crannies of the crevices of the interior. A lot of clients tend to have this imaginary standard where we're going to make their vehicles look completely brand new as if they bought it off the lot. There are limitations of what you can and cannot do inside an upholstery vehicle. So make sure that you set the standards with your clients. So recently I got married and I had to go to the caterer to go pick up the food so I can deliver it to the venue where we were going to eat. In the process, the food ended up spilling into my upholstery, causing a horrible stench within a few days. So what we're gonna end up doing today is extracting all of this spill, and then we're gonna do ozone treatment to get rid of the stench. So let's get to it. Now guys, I know that I usually say, vacuum, then do the glass next, but that back of the vehicle is so bad with all that food that I have to skip the glass and go straight to that because it stinks. Okay guys, so we finally finished extracting and shampooing the seats. We got them to look way better than they were before. We also got the floorboards done. Now keep in mind that this is a 2006 vehicle, and not only that, it has 250,000 miles, so it has a lot of wear and tear on it. You know, but for the most part, it actually is looking great compared to what it was in the beginning. You see over here. And then over here, we were able to get rid of the food spill that was in the beginning of the video and make the whole upholstery a whole lot better than before, which is great. So then next, now that we finished with the extractions, we're gonna start working on wiping down the vinyl and plastic. That way we can make it look a whole lot better for the client. I'm gonna clean all this up, clean the cup holders, get rid of all those crumbs and dust particles. And don't forget, as you're working in the interior, to also work on the door jambs themselves. Working on the door jambs will end up creating a whole lot of a better presentation for the client itself. job from start to finish. All the way from your basic interior to your deep shampoo interior. Hopefully after watching this video, you guys will be able to do your own vehicles or a client's vehicle with confidence. I'll be leaving links down below of the products that I use for this video. And if you like this video, click the like button and subscribe for more videos. Later, guys.